All right, guys, this is a really interesting head-to-head-to-head. We have got 3 drivers in this bag that are all promising 10K inertia. What that means is less twisting when hit off-centered. In this video, we're going to be testing the Ping G430 10K Max versus the brand new Tour Edge E725, then the Tailmade Qi10. This is the Max version. We're going to be testing them on Pro V1s with GC Quad, so it's a nice, fair test. Oh, that's solid. Is the cream rising to the top? That was good. So let's kick off with the Ping first. Now, this is actually the most expensive out of 3 drivers. This is priced kind of around about 500 to 550 pounds. It uses variable face thickness for consistent spin, and effectively they've pulled the center of gravity as far back as they possibly can, almost effectively squashing the head. So it looks like a huge footprint behind the golf ball, and then just one weight in the back, which I do believe you can change to heavier and lighter, but you can't switch it around the head. I've got this in 9 degrees of loft. Just a quick shout out to the head cover, 6 out of 10. Pretty poor quality considering the price of the driver. Right, let's get hitting some shots with the Ping G430 10K Max. Okay, first shot with the Ping. Oh, that's solid. First tee shot from the Ping. Oof. Yes, please. Very nice. Okay, a few shots hit with the Ping so far. Let's talk about 3 main points. Looks, sound and feel. Looks wise, this is a very, very confidence inspiring driver. The footprint behind the ball is massive. Turbulators on top looks mean. It looks like a driver you're gonna hit consistently well. That's how it looks anyway. Sound and feel, so much improved on last year's model, it's ridiculous. The 4.225. No, the G425. This driver sounds so much better, like more of a crunch. And again, that connects with feel, like it feels like a really, really solid driver. So pretty positive so far. We'll come on to numbers in a bit. Let's go Tailormade next. So again, this is a little bit cheaper than the Ping. This is priced anywhere about £460 to £500. It's got, I mean, first off, it's got a very nice head cover. That's more like an 8 out of 10 head cover. 60 time carbon face, twist face, is kind of obviously the big story Qi10, and this is obviously the Qi10 Max, so they've saved as much weight as they can in the crown, stripped it down to the bottom, pushed it as far back as possible. This is a driver I think's caught a lot of people by surprise. Last Tailormade driver wasn't that forgiving. This one is much more forgiving, and actually there's a lot more kind of better players even using the Qi10 Max. Okay, without further ado, let's give this driver a rip. Bit of a low bullet, but it'll work. Yeah, it's not the longest. It was kind of a bit flat flighted, but not a bad start. That has a little bit of left bias in it. Okay, interestingly, again, we're not getting into data yet. Looks wise, I don't love it. It's obviously quite a shiny crown. I've said that before in the review of the Tailormade drivers. It also sits a little bit more closed. Like it feels like it's more of a driver suited to higher handicappers, which yeah, to some point it is. Ping one is as well, but it doesn't look like it's aimed for higher handicappers. Sound and feel, however, really good. Like just satisfying. And much more of a kind of classic sound off the driver face, and obviously the feel as well. Right, last but not least, the underdog, the Tour Edge E725. Now, a couple of reasons why this is the underdog. One, we're putting a Tour Edge driver versus Tailormade and Ping. Like, as a brand that's just not as well recognized. The other factor is the price. This is around about £300 brand new. I mean, it's like £200 less than the other 2 drivers. It's wild. Head cover wise, I'm actually going to give that a 7 out of 10. It's better than the Ping, not as good as the Tailormade. And then tech-wise, it's got this 360-degree ridge back for stability and distance. Again, that's helping pull that center of gravity back to help it be the most forgiving driver, similar again to the Ping and the Tailormade. And the other thing with the Tour Edge, it's got a 3D diamond face with 61 diamond shapes of different thicknesses to create almost like mini trampolines. Even if that's not true, I love the sound of it. Right, let's go with the Tour Edge. I'm intrigued to see this and see how it feels, sounds, looks different to the other two. And then we're gonna hit a bunch more shots, then we can have a look through the data. Ha 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 ha. Wow. Oh, that might be the worst of the 5 there. Interesting. Right, that's definitely in left rough, borderline out of bounds. Looks wise, I'm gonna say it, bar 2 factors, I think it's the best looking head from the top view. What I don't like about it is it's towed in, makes me feel like I'm gonna hit every shot left. I said it in the main review, the neck, the hosel is just too thick. Feel wise, sound wise, oh, it's close. I think I'd actually put it in #1 position. I actually think it feels and sounds the best of the 3. It's close. If I was feeling sound wise, I'd go Tour Edge as #1, Tailmade as 2 and Ping as 3. Okay, let's hit a load more shots, get a load more data, and then we'll have a look at the numbers. Is the cream rising to the top? That was good. Oh, it's not over 300. Okay, last but not least, Tour Edge. Final few shots and then we can dive into some data. I'm excited. I'm intrigued. I don't know which way it's gonna go yet. I really don't. See ya. Okay, really interesting results. The first thing I learned, don't come and do driver testing and wear thermal trousers. Don't know why I've worn them today, but I'm boiling hot. Anyway, you don't need to know that information. Let's have a look at some data. It's really interesting actually. I think there's a few things to notice. If we just look at distance first, the outright winner for distance is the Ping G430 10K Max at 277 yards of carry distance, 299 yards of total distance. In second place was the Tour Edge, 274 and 294 total distance. Third place was the Qi10 Max, 270 yards for 290 yards. Now, I think that tells part of the story. It does, definitely. In my opinion, the Ping G430 10K Max is not a short hitter. My pal, Peter Finch, has got this driver in the bag at the moment. He is not a short hitter at all. This, for me, goes the same distance as most normal drivers because the spin rate is typically very good with this driver. And you look at the spin rate here of the Ping, it's 2,200. Now, what's really good with the Ping driver, front to back dispersion is fantastic. Like, it's really, from the worst shot to the best shot, it's pretty good. Side to side, it's a little bit more right and left. It's right and left, you know, it's not more, but it's a bit right and left. But obviously that also comes down to pilot error. For me, the Ping is very impressive. The Tour Edge, very, very, very impressed. And again, remember this, it's £300. This is £550. You can almost, I mean, you could get a driver in a 3-wood for the same price as the Ping. This carrying 274 was very impressive. Now, the downside of the Tour Edge, I think the dispersion ring was a little bit bigger. In fact, I don't think it was. It was. Front to back dispersion, right to left dispersion, bigger. However, it hit some incredible drives. Now, this is again what's interesting. Albeit I've talked about distance so far, the Tailmade, even though it was the shortest distance out of these 3 drivers, and it was, I've never been able to hit this Qi10 Max a long way. It's never designed to go a long way. But you look at the dispersion ring in blue, it is the driver that gives you the best dispersion. It gives me the best dispersion. It's amazing at the moment. I think it's a really interesting time for me to be doing this test. My driving isn't very good at the moment, if people have seen recent videos. So I'm not hitting the middle all the time. So like in this experiment, I hit good shots, I hit bad shots, I hit horrible shots, and they were the results. Take it as you wish. For me, I think in this category, I think it's very, very difficult for an all-rounder to beat the Ping, but it's the most expensive. I think the Tour Edge for the price is phenomenal, and I do genuinely think, as much as it's not the longest of Tailmade, I do also think it is the most consistently accurate. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, lots more to come. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're getting very close to 300,000 subscribers here on the H.I.T channel, and we'll see you next time.